Hey folks, I know you're wondering why my hair looks a hot mess, but it's wash day, so I'm about to do my pre-poo, which basically is getting your hair ready before you shampoo it. So I'm going to use castor oil and olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, of course, and also Miss Jessie's curly pudding. Now it really depends on what you want to use for your moisturizer, but that's what I decided to use today. And of course, I'm going to section off my hair with my large tooth comb. And of course, I'm going to need some clips. So let's get started. So I start off by going ahead and detangling my hair dry, which a lot of people kind of warn against, but I think that it's fine as long as you're careful with your hair to manipulate it while it's dry, and especially because it wasn't completely dry, there was still moisturizer in my hair. And now I'm going to take one of the sections that I already made and kind of just finger comb through, and I'll probably use my comb as well because I kind of get, I guess, a little impatient with finger combing. Now, for those who can do that all the way through their hair, I definitely give you much props because it takes so much more patience than using a comb. And basically, whenever I catch a snag, I stop and I try to loosen it before I try to finish off that section. So I definitely see the benefits of finger combing your hair, but I am just not that patient yet. So hopefully later I will be. And there goes the comb. Now once I've already detangled my sections, then I'm going to go ahead and put in my moisturizer. So there goes the curly pudding from Miss Jessie's. And I put on a decent amount. It's water based, so you really don't need to spray your hair with water before you do this. Now, whatever moisturizer you want to use when you're pre-pooing, that's really up to you, what you decide that you like. But I like that, and also the castor oil and olive oil. Natural oil is really essential to hair, not just natural hair. And that was the last section that I had to moisturize before shampooing. So I also braided them just to give them a little bit more stretch before it was time to wet my hair and get it all shrunken again, which I've been really trying to fight shrinkage on my hair. It allows me to have less tangling and also promotes growth. So, yep. And then it's going back up in a clip. So it's shampoo time, and I'm going to use Shea Moisture's Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Shampoo. And also tea tree oil, a couple drops, so that I can fight dandruff and dry scalp. Deuces. So I just finished shampooing, and I shampoo in sections just to keep my hair from tangling easily. And I've already dried it off a little bit, but I'm just squeezing out some excess water because that kind of just takes your moisturizer away when it evaporates. So then we have the Brazilian Keratin Therapy Conditioner. And it's got all kind of good stuff like coconut oil, keratin proteins, avocado oil, and cocoa butter in it. And I also used their silk hair mask, and I like the way it works for me. It's really up to you, whatever you want to use, but I like the way that it curls my hair up when I use those two products together, and they smell great. So there we go with that section being taken care of, and I'll do the rest of my sections that way. So this is my last section, and I'm just going to do a little bantu knot kind of thing, and then I'm going to clip it just to let it hold even better. And I'm going to use my shower cap, which kind of reminds me of Mama from Bernstein Bears, which I just realized that today, but hey, it works for me. So I already rinsed out my hair from the conditioner, and you can see that it's really curly, and that's just kind of how my hair is now. But I'm going to start putting my moisturizer in, so I started off with Kinky Curly's Not Today leave-in conditioner. And I put in a decent amount of that, because it's kind of a base, so there it is. And I started putting that in. And I have this bad habit of starting in the front, but that's just how I've been doing things, and I'll probably try to change that in the future. But yeah, so I'm kind of working it into the rest of my hair. And then the next thing that I'll be using is Shea Moisture's Curl Enhancing Smoothie. And I love the way it smells, and it works really good on my hair. And yeah, so that's the next thing I put in. And I think I put a little too much in the front, but that's just how it goes. And that's what the Curl Enhancing Smoothie looks like. You can find it at Target. That's where I find mine. So there I am putting in some more. So I'm going back to my sections, and I'm going to try to rub in the rest of that product in the front of my hair, because it's going to be all caked in if I don't get it now. So it helps if you just kind of evenly distribute it with your hands throughout the rest of your hair, because that's one thing I've learned is that natural hair loves moisture, and it will soak up as much as it can. It takes a lot of moisture to get it to the greasy phase. So I'm going to give it one last comb through before I braid it up and kind of do a little bantu knot so that it'll be stretched for tomorrow when I do my actual hairstyle. And I'm not a really good braider, but I can just do enough so that it'll be stretched out for the next day. But before I braid it, I'm going to put in some shea butter, which I use to seal in my moisture, because it has in my other products like some conditioner and some olive oil and some castor oil as well. So that's going into the hair, and when it's cold it kind of beads up, so I have to kind of work it through some more. Alright, so I'm going to braid it. Much better at twisting, but braiding gives you more stretch than twisting does, depending on how tight or loose it is. my braids end up tighter than my twists. So there goes a little bantu knot, braided bantu knot. So I finished the rest of my hair, and I'm gonna sleep on it like this and style it in the morning.